Hey everyone, is my voice audible to you all? Hi Mittal Bhatt, thanks for joining. Let me set up few things. Hi Bharat, can you hear me now? I think you should be able to hear me. Okay, so we'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Few more folks are joining. Okay, and then we will start. Hi Jackie, I hope you are doing good. Thanks people for joining. And today is a weekend, so I'm expecting some more folks to join. Let's wait for just 1 or 2 minutes and we will start. Okay, just a minute. Who else has joined? Can you just confirm if you are able to hear me and you are having a nice weekend? Okay, so thanks everyone for joining, and without wasting any time, let's get started, because I want more discussions to happen on different questions that I have put. Okay, so the purpose here is to understand things and discuss things, right? So everybody who has joined, welcome all. Let's start with the first question for today. Hi, yes, thanks for joining. Okay, so I hope you are able to see my screen. Let me maximize it. I think this is better now. So your first question for today is, which of the below is an example of something known as deterministic algorithm? So you would have heard of this term, deterministic algorithm. So you have to tell me out of A, B, and C, what do you think is the correct option and why? What is the correct option? And just in one line, you can say why also. Okay. A is the correct option. Bharat is saying A, Jackie is saying B. So equal votes for A and B both till now. Anybody else? Anybody else, or whoever has told A and B, can you also tell me what is the reason for you saying that? I mean, what is the meaning of deterministic? Okay. So Jackie is giving one explanation saying PCA doesn't have parameters to initialize, and it doesn't have local minima problem like most of the machine learning algorithm. That's fine, but any simpler explanation of this? So basically, just to give you some understanding, if you have forgotten this term, that is the purpose of these sessions, guys. Keep refreshing the basics. Okay, so basically, let's assume this is a box. Okay, in this box you give some data. Okay, and you get some output. So this is your input. Okay, and this is your output. Okay, now think of, if I give some data to PCA and I do this exercise, let's say 10 times. Okay, so all those 10 times I will get the same result. Do you agree with me? For example, I have a data set here, column 1, column 2, column 3. I take this data set and I give it to PCA. Okay, every time I will run, I will get the same principal component, same eigenvalues, same eigenvectors. Okay, these kind of algorithms or these kind of processes are called deterministic algorithms, to keep it very, very simple. Okay, and on the other hand, k-means plus plus or any variation of k-means, whether it is k-means normal or k-means plus plus or whatever you do, there is a concept of centroid initialization, if you remember. Okay, centroid initialization in k-means. This centroid initialization is normally random. Okay, also the way k-means algorithm works by shifting the centroid, right? If you run k-means multiple times, then it is possible that you may get a slightly different model than the previous run. Okay, so here it is not a deterministic process, but PCA is a deterministic process. You got the difference? Give me a yes if you got the difference. Okay. I think most of the you got what I'm trying to say, right? We will move on to the next one. You can just do little research on this. I mean, offline as well. Okay. So let's move to the next one. This is a simple one. Knowingly, I have put it. Mittal Bhatt is asking, I will explain Mittal one more time, then I will come back to this. So Mittal, what I'm saying is, deterministic algorithms are the algorithms which how many ever times you run with the same data, you will get the same output. Okay, which happens with PCA. In k-means clustering, there is a concept of centered initialization and the centered shifting, right? So that may give you slightly different results in different runs, hence not deterministic. So logistic regression is you have to fill in one place and two place. So which option is correct, guys? Logistic regression is a dash regression technique that is used to model data having a dash outcome. Can you tell me, guys? Linear and binary. Mohammed Ahmad, others are agreeing with Ahmad's answer. Is logistic regression a linear regression technique? Sherin is saying A, linear and binary. Okay, two people have told A then. Mittal is saying D, linear and categorical. How you guys are saying linear? Logistic regression curve is linear? I remember logistic regression curve something like this. I mean, sorry for my bad drawing, but something like this. Is this a linear curve? And you guys are saying binary also. So are you saying that if I have, let's say 5 categories in my target, I can't do that with logistic regression? Are you saying that? SRD has joined now. Thanks for joining, buddy. You have some question regarding job offers and you have sent me mail. Sure. Which email you have sent me? Is it Aman Rai or Unfold Data Science? I will reply to you. Don't worry. So back to the question, guys. Is this a linear curve? In my opinion, no. In my target variable, if I have, let's say, multiple targets, okay, I mean multiple categories, can I not use logistic regression? My question to you. Okay, so in my opinion, linear goes out of the picture. You can disagree with me. So option A and option D goes out of the picture. Option B and option C, now tell me. It should be simple. Out of B and C, which will be there? Yes, it's just about a how we can use a technique, right? Yes, all of you are saying C now. Thanks a lot. And guys who have joined now, can you just press like button once? What will happen is if you press like, recommendation may go to other people, and on the weekend if they have time they can join and participate in the live. Okay, so obviously numerical no, categorical yes. So option C, we will go ahead with option C. It's a non-linear regression technique, not a linear. And if you note down carefully, I have not written here binary, I have knowingly written categorical, because for multiple categories also you can do that. Fine, let's move on to the next one, guys. This is an interesting one. So I have 4 variables in a data. Okay, A, B, C, and D. 4 variables means 4 features you can think of. And I have performed the following action. This is my step 1. Using the above variables, I have created 2 more variables, namely E is equal to A plus 2B and F is equal to B plus 4C plus D. Pay attention here, guys. A, B, C, and D are original variables. I have created 2 more variables. One is E and one is like this, using this formula. And step 2, using only the variable E and F, I have built a model. Okay, newly created variable. Is it a proper way to do dimensionality reduction? No, yes, whatever your answer is with explanation. You understood the question, right? So from these 4 original variables, I'm creating 2 new variables, E and F, and I forget my original variable. I use these new variables only in my model. So I'm obviously reducing the dimension of the data, but am I doing it correctly? Yes, no, and the reasons. So Shyam is saying, I would say because we are actually capturing the variability of all the variables in 2. How we are capturing the variability? I mean, this is a linear combination of your original variables, right? Rishabh is saying no because we are considering feature B 2 times. Feature B 2 times for simplicity, even if I remove, let's say I remove it, for example, and I just keep like this. So is it a proper way of doing? You know, if we can do like this, then we can anytime go and create variables. This is random, okay? There is no I mean process followed here. So here I am saying a is equal to 2b plus f. Somebody will say a is equal to b plus 3f also. There is no kind of process followed. Okay, so the purpose of dimensionality reduction is not this. There are 2 purposes of dimensionality reduction. Can you tell me what are the two purposes? Purpose 1 and purpose 2. Purpose 1 is reduce dimensions or reduce variables. Okay, reduce dimensions or reduce variables, features, whatever you call it. And what is the purpose 2 of any dimensionality reduction technique? Don't lose information or capture maximum information possible. Don't lose information. Okay, now when I'm doing it randomly or when I'm not following any process, right, though I am reducing the dimension, but I'm not sure on point 2. Okay, I'm not sure on point 2 because I have not done any analysis of how these variables relate to each other. Are you with me till here? So guys, what is the purpose of PCA is, for example, PCA, it will project your data in a new dimension such that the variability of your data is captured in a maximum possible way. Here, we do not know what is the direction of variable A, I mean maximum variation, what is for B, what is C, what is D. Okay, without knowing that, we have simply created the new variables. Okay, so we are reducing dimension, but we are not very well capturing the variation in a proper way. Hence, there is a possibility that we will lose a lot of information. So this part 2 is not getting satisfied. So it is not a recommended way to do variable reduction. Okay, understood? So these kind of questions they can ask you in interview to check your concept. So if there is some background work done on understanding how these variables are varying on different axes or different dimensions, then you can probably take some call, but not blindly. Okay, so you have to understand, I mean you have to answer with a confidence that this is how it is. Okay, let's move to the next one. This is again a dimension reduction question. So tell me, here I'm talking about PCA and LDA, 2 things. Okay, and you have to tell me out of 1, 2, and 3 which are correct. Both LDA and PCA are linear transformation techniques. LDA is supervised whereas PCA is unsupervised. PCA maximizes the variance of the data whereas LDA maximizes the separation between different classes. Tell me which are correct, which are not correct. Which are correct and not correct. Three is correct. Okay, somebody is saying, Shankar Sahu is saying 3 is correct. How about 1 and 2, Shankar? Okay, so is PCA a linear transformation or non-linear transformation? First thing. Is PCA linear or non-linear transformation? Okay, Mittal Bhatt is saying 2 is correct. So I have heard two answers. One person is saying 3 is correct. One person is saying 2 is correct. How about one? Uma has joined. She is saying linear transformation. So PCA is a linear transformation. We agree on that. Okay. Have you seen any time in PCA that it is squaring the variable or cubing the variable or making it under root? No, it will always be variable 1 into some number plus variable 2 into some number, like this, your principal components, right? So basically this is a linear transformation. Now LDA is this, we all of us agree. LDA is supervised, PCA is unsupervised. 3 is also correct. Little bit doubt on 1. So both are linear transformation, nothing is non-linear transformation. Okay, so in this case both will be correct. I mean all 3 will be correct. Okay, so that is about your PCA, LDA and the differences. One more last question, I believe. Yeah, last question on same concept. Okay, so can you tell me quickly, PCA works better if there is what out of 1, 2 and 3? PCA works better if there is a linear structure in the data, number one question option. Number two is if the data lies on the curved surface, not on a flat surface. Number three, if variables are scaled in the same unit. So when PCA will work better, can you tell me? Or your PCA results will be good? Any idea on this? Mittal is saying 3 is correct. I also agree with him. 3 is correct. How about 1 and 2? Linear structure of the data. Yes, I agree with that also. How about 3? So 3 is not correct basically. If you think like this, okay. For example, if your data is scattered on a flat curve, right? Flat curve. I mean, I'm sorry, 2 is not correct, 3 is correct. Then what will happen is to capture the dimension of your data, right? PCA needs to think about creating multiple principal components, and that is where your model becomes really, really complex. Okay, so what we want a simple model, not a complex model. So if your data lies on a flat surface, okay, then your principal components will be simpler, not complex. Okay, and obviously we know if you scale the data properly, then PCA helpful to PCA because of projecting data on the axis, and linear structure, obviously if it is there, it is helpful to the PCA. Okay, let's move on to the Python one. Some Python questions I have put. So here guys, I'm having a Python dictionary, okay, where you have employee name and salary. Okay, employee name is the key and salary is the value. Fine. Here I'm creating an empty list and I'm running a for loop. I'm saying for key value in employee data items, if value greater than, let's say, 100k, top earners I'm appending. So what I'm doing is I want to see employees who are earning more than 100k, and I'm doing it using a for loop. You have to tell me a better way of doing it. Can you tell me a better way of doing it? Hint is there in the answer itself. Any better way than for loop? This is, I will write here, better way. Inline for loop. Inline for loop means Rishabh is saying list comprehension. That is the answer I was looking for. But can you give me the syntax? List comprehension will do it very fast and very smartly. Okay. So if you can write the syntax, that will be great. So for example, I can write in a list comprehension, I can take this dictionary and I can put a condition, right? KV in dict.items, whatever you want to call it, and you will put condition here. Okay, that's not difficult to do. You can see the syntax. So in why I put this question is every time you want to do something using a loop, always think that is there a better way of doing it using a smarter way, for example list comprehension or other ways, right? So don't blindly use loops is what I'm saying. It will make your code unnecessarily complex, and if you are getting your code automated review by some of the automated tools, right, then they will reduce your point on that. I'm not sure if you have used automated tools such as SmartBear, etc., but every time I use that, and if you write some complex loops or some unnecessary variables, it will kind of catch and reduce your points, you can say. Okay, so try to write some little smart code. Okay, this is a simple one on Python class and object. So I have a class here, time. In that class I have a underscore init. So you should understand what does this init do. I'm doing something here and then I'm printing time. So what I will get as the output? I'm asking here, what is the output? What is the output? So I'm sure you know what does this does, underscore init, right? What I will get when I print time? Any idea? I will write here if you tell me the answer. Yes, this is a constructor. What it will do basically? Yes, 9. Ajay is saying 9450. And if I write here, for example, 2, then this 0 will get replaced by 2. So what this is a simple class and objects question. So every time you supply an argument here, it will override the existing argument of your class definition or constructor method, whatever you have given by default. Okay, so for the people who are not understanding what it is doing, this is a class definition in Python. Okay, I am defining a class time. In that class, I am defining a method. This method is underscore init, known as constructor in Python. Every time you create an object of this class, this method gets executed, and if you pass some values, right, then your object will have these values, otherwise the default values. How colon is coming in the output? Not colon, I mean to say comma. Colon, comma, 9:45 time. I think comma will come. Or while writing this thing in PPT, I missed maybe some line possible. Don't bother about this part. The main part is overriding the existing default values when you do not pass anything. Default value, okay. And this one I have put one SQL question. You have to give me, this is again one interview question. What is the use of a self join? Give a practical example when self join is. Yes, because I think return was missed. Yes. Some part may be missed because I'm kind of typing or sometimes taking it from the internet. So, you know, and the format also becomes dirty when I paste it here or do it. So sometimes few lines may get missed. Conceptually, it's fine. Okay. What is the use of self join in SQL? If you have ever used, give a practical example where it is used. Self join is a join you will use not too regularly, but yes, sometimes you will use this. Join between two tables, no. The keyword itself is self. Self means table will join with itself to join same table value. In what kind of scenario? For example, if this is my employee table, okay, and here I have something known as employee ID, and here I have something known as manager of the employee or supervisor, okay, manager. Now employee 1, 2, 3 and manager for employee 1 may be 2 and manager for employee 3 can be 5, and here 5 will also come. So this is a kind of hierarchical scenario. Okay, so everybody is an employee, but some people are manager to some people also. In this type of situation, you use something known as self join to extract more information from this. Okay, I mean, if you want to take the first name, last name of the people's managers, then you use table with itself and get the information. So imagine there is a first name, last name also. Okay, first name, last name. Okay, and the question is give the manager's first name and last name for every employee. Okay, so employee number 2 is a manager of employee number 1, but where from we will get the first name and last name? We will get from this record, right? So in this type of situation, we need to have self join with multiple conditions, joining table with itself in hierarchical situations. Okay, query wise, it's very simple, just like join only. Fine. Okay, so there is a discussion session, guys. Following this session, I just a reminder to all of you. So I hope most of you would have registered there. That session is on Light Hall. That's a different platform. I will see you all in that session because we will be discussing non-technical stuff around data science. So for example, I will not talk something which you have heard here and there, like normal stuff, but from the on-ground realities of data science, some things are important for you to know. Okay, so very, very important session. Please join. After this session is over, I'll directly log into that session. Okay, I will give you the link if you don't have. Okay, so here is a statistics question, guys. A test is administered annually, so you can think it like one test. Test has a mean score of 150 and a standard deviation of mean score of 150 and standard deviation of 20. Aman's Z score is 150, 1.50. So what is his score in the test? Score is equal to what? These kind of questions you can expect in MCQs of machine learning interviews. So you have the mean, you have the standard deviation, you have the Z score. What is the actual score? Yes, it's pretty simple. It is which formula you have put? Can you tell? 180 is the right answer. Can you put the formula, guys? Who is telling 180? Yes, simple one, right? X minus mu by sigma. You have to find it. You have Z, you have mu, you have sigma, you have to find X. Okay, so normal distribution, normal thing. And these kind of questions, they can ask you, as I said, in interviews, MCQs type of scenarios. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do a puzzle. Okay. So this puzzle, we will do it together. I also don't know the answer basically. Okay. The probability of a truck passing a certain intersection in 20 minutes window is 0.9. Okay. So you can think like, this is one road. Okay. And probability of a truck passing every 20 minutes is 0.9. Okay. What is the probability of a truck passing the intersection in a 5-minute window? So you have this number for a 20-minute window. You have to find the number for 5-minute window. Think on it. This will need some thinking. I'll also think. And tell me your approach also. In puzzles, approach are important. Guinness World, please like the stream, everyone. Sir is working hard for us. Thanks, buddy. And everybody can press the like if they want. Okay, what should be the approach? 20 minutes should be split into 5 minutes window somehow. Any idea, guys? Zero 0.9 by 4. I don't think so. See, probabilities you cannot define like that, right? What should be the other approach? This is a Google interview question, basically. So, probability of truck passing in 20 minutes is equal to 1 minus probability of truck not passing in 20 minutes, right? And 1 minus not passing 20 minutes means not passing 20 minutes, right? Means first 5 minutes also it's not passing, second 5 minutes also it's not passing. Okay. So probability of truck not passing in 20 minutes, right? So 1 minus probability of truck not passing in 20 minutes means in first 5 minutes also it will not pass. Probability of truck not passing in 5 minutes multiplied by right, truck not passing in 5 minutes multiplied by truck not passing 5 minutes multiplied by same thing actually one more time. Okay. So okay, so here, see what I'm doing is I'm trying to break this to 5-minute window somehow. So probability of truck passing 20 minutes is equal to 1 minus probability of truck not passing, right? 1 minus probability of truck not passing 5 minutes window, 5 minutes window, 5 minutes window, 5 minutes window, 4 times. Okay. So I will just delete all this and I will square it. Is it fine? And I may be doing some mistake also. Can I? Okay, 4 times actually, not square, 4 times. Okay. So if I take this here, this will become 0.21. So probability of truck not passing 5-minute window is equal to 1 minus 0.9 divided by, no, not divided by, under root, I believe, under root. I'm sorry, 4 cube root, 1 by 4 you can say. That's it. Is my approach correct? What is you guys saying? See, if I get this number, I will subtract from 1 and get the passing, the answer, right? Can you guys give some suggestion? Zero 0.225. I don't know how you have reached. Akib Ali is saying 0.21. No, this is 4 power, right? I mean, based on my solution, 0.1 to the power 1 by 4. 0.1 to the power 1 by 4. What is this number? Can somebody tell me? I may be making some mistake, but if I get this number, let's say x, then 1 minus x is my answer basically. 1 minus x. I don't know how you have reached to 0.225. Okay, so puzzles is all about, you know, your thought process and how you are approaching it. Answer is obviously important, but this is also very, very important. So my approach is I will take it 1 minus, then I will break in 5 window, and then I will try to get 5 thing in a separate equation. You can check it later as well. Okay. So this is all about today's session, guys. I will tell you something important. Please join this session, okay, which will start in 20 minutes. And this is about, you know, making others also learn from your experience. So this way you will contribute to others' life also. Okay, so just join this session. We will talk more about data science aspects, multiple aspects, which normally people don't talk on YouTube channels, etc. Okay. And we learned many things. We learned kind of SQL, some class age functions, machine learning, PCA concepts, some of logistic regression, deterministic models, etc. So I hope you like this session, guys. Give me a yes if you like this session. And going forward, these sessions will be on weekends, same time, okay? Because of daylight saving in the UK. So now the problem is my 5:30 will be 11 p.m. in India. So not on the weekdays it's possible to do, okay? So I will do on weekends. I think this time is good with most of you. And just find out the answer for this puzzle. Don't Google. If you Google, you will find the answer, but you can find out it. Discard. I mean, try to find the answer and then do it, okay? So Rishabh, you can join now as well, not a problem. Anybody who has not joined, go to YouTube community section. You will find the link for that. Unfold Data Science YouTube community section. I have posted the link there. You can join immediately. There is no, of course, everything is free. See, Akhil is giving one answer. 0.9 is equal to 1 minus P 4 times. Okay. 1 minus p 4 times. Okay. Something similar to what I was thinking, but maybe I'm not able to compute the numbers. So thanks for that, Akhil. Thanks, Aditya, for praising the session. So thank you everyone for joining, right? And I'll see you all in the next session, okay? Which starts in 20 minutes. Thanks all for joining again. Take care.